Oh dear, we are in trouble. Anyway, I have realised I don't like starting videos because I don't like being overly joyous and friendly. Like, hello, welcome back to Build Showcase. Like, that's exactly what we're doing today. I just don't like doing that. So, I feel like the best thing to do is just to show you what's going on, which is a build that uses uses two overclocks that have the same icon, which I quite like. So, this is definitely going to be themed around the Taser bolt, because that's kind of the entire point, but I do think this is also the best version of all of these given overclocks, except I kind of wish I could use velocity here, but I don't think I can. Anyway, so we're using aggressive venting and specialist, basically, as our overclocks, and I actually need to check to make sure I haven't already done this. Okay, I can confirm that I haven't done this before. I also just saw that the Firebolt's build video has over 1,000 views, so thanks for that. Genuinely. Okay, so Taser bolts are a funny specimen, aren't they? Because I think a lot of people, it's not that a lot of people underestimate them, they just don't quite understand them. And that's because they are flawed in a pretty big way, and that they're not really good at what they're meant to be good at, in my opinion. When we talk about it, Tyler seems to sort of go off on this tangent, not tangent, but sort of say that this is like, they're for single target damage. I don't think they were intended for what I'm going to show you today. I think they were intended for you to set up electric fences to act as some form of AoE. And you can do that, but it's nowhere near the best thing to do with it. As in, the build I'm going to show you today is the way to match the effectiveness and doing this function that the pheromone bolts and the chemical bolts, how good they are performing their function. It's just a different function. To match the efficiency of those bolts, we have to make the bolts do something else. And I would say that there is a third leg to this, a third leg to the Taser bolts, which is damage boosting for tri-foot volley, basically. Just tri-foot volley though, nothing else. Bullets of Mercy, I guess, as well. And what this results in though is a Taser bolts build that is entirely single target damage focused by using Taser bolts. And I was meant to say this results in later. I was meant to say that now, because what this results in is actually us having two weapons that can't stand completely on their own, because there's no real way to make the Taser bolts help anything else. You could use Bullets of Mercy, but this is an entirely single target focused bolt shark, so we need, or we would want, preferably, crowd clearing on our primary, which is why I've gone progressive venting, which is, in my opinion, definitely one of the best clean overclocks, and one of the best Drac overclocks in general. It's so much free damage. I actually didn't even know it gave you a faster overheat, so that's pretty incredible. So let's just go through the weapons, keeping simple. It's obviously very electrically focused, but we're not actually playing with electric damage boosts, which is interesting to me. It's kind of just that we wouldn't really benefit from anything else. I would say there'd be very good reason actually to use pheromones with this build, because of how, or IFGs, because of how much aggressive venting benefits from those grenades. So part of me is wondering why I wouldn't do that, but for some reason I'm not, because I like boomerangs a lot. Let's just go through each weapon. Drac. Tier 1 is actually not an important one, genuinely. Just don't take this, I suppose. Now, for the purpose of what we're doing, I would probably rather be using velocity. We're going to see if it changes at all from how I remember this build when using it with rate of fire. Tier 2, we obviously take ammo. We don't need direct damage on our Drac, we just want as many opportunities to use aggressive venting as possible. Chances are you're not going to get through all this ammo anyway, but it's better to have the leeway, honestly. Especially because there is well, I'll get to it in a moment. Tier 3, I would say that Hot Feet is the best choice here. Simply because we're going to be overheating a lot. And it helps us by doing that. And we don't need to hit things that badly. And we don't want it to cool either. We actually want to keep the heat as high as possible. Tier 4 is actually completely up to you. Genuinely. Completely up to you. I don't know why I'm taking electricity. I'd honestly say it's probably the worst choice. it just feels nice because I use it, because you have so much ammo with the Drac here. I use it to like pick off small things like acid spitters and weather spitters and things like that. And this upgrade makes it feel the best at that it kind of can be, without sort of compromising what we're doing here. As in, sure, it's a crowd clearing Drac, so Plasma Flash would make perfect sense, but that doesn't. Aggressive venting is still left entirely intact, no matter what we take. So, alright, tier 5 is extremely important. Manual heat dump, no other reason. You do not want thermal feedback loop at all. Manual heat dump all the way, because it means we can trigger aggressive venting much, much earlier. Although I should point out, that works when you do, when you heat dump with aggressive venting at about just anywhere between like 50 to 80% heat. You can kill a lot of grunts that way, and you can fear things as well, which is the best thing to use it for. But I should still note how much more powerful aggressive venting is when you fully overheat. In a lot of situations, you do not want to, if you're surrounded by a massive horde, you want to overheat fully if you can. But not all the time, which is why we can't really justify taking thermal feedback loop. Having that flexibility is far more valuable, in my opinion. Yeah, that's the Drac. It's the best aggressive venting build. I could have done an entire video on this. The reason why I'm not is because I'm doing it on this, and I'd rather... Well, we're focusing on this, but this is just the best thing to pair with it that I've found. So yeah, our Bolt Shock. Obviously, everything about this is actually quite important. I would not recommend deviating from this in any way. You could, though. You could. So, obviously with the Specialist, which is... I kind of think it's the best Bolt Shock overclock because of how universally applicable it is. You know, it's not really a setup where you're not going to benefit from the Specialist, basically. In our case, it's incredibly important. That duration is actually multiplicatively important. I think that's a word. Because obviously we take Taser bolts. I shouldn't even need to explain that. It's the crux of the build. Expanded special quiver. We want as many special bolts as possible, obviously. Reload speed. Why, you ask? Well, as long as you can land that first hit, it's going to be very easy to land the second, because in most instances you're going to be wanting to land 2 Taser bolts on the same single target. Velocity would help with this, but we also want to maximize the amount of time as well that our Taser bolts have. Although it's only 1.6 seconds. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to switch this back to rate of fire, and then I'm going to switch them both to velocity on the second mission. Anyway. But yeah, we want to output as many Taser bolts as possible, and sometimes we do want to be able to switch between the two. So in general, I'm a much bigger advocate for this than this. In fact, I think reinforced string gets very little play, if any. I don't know when I would use it, to be honest, unfortunately. Oh well. Tier 4, I wouldn't say is hugely important because we can't recall. In fact, I'm going to switch to Battle Frenzy because it just makes more sense to me when I think about it. You know, I was taking this for sheer convenience, but you know, we can't recall Taser Bolt, and the normal bolts aren't too important. We can use them to pick off the occasional grunt or Bactera or Spitter, which is good stuff, by the way, but it's not insanely important if we miss. It's not that crucial if we miss. Tier 5. Now, it could surprise you that we're not taking magnetic shafts. That's because all of our single target damage is coming from the Taser bolts. We want them to last even longer. Brings our duration up to 19.5 seconds with 21 individual Taser bolts. Now, like I said, to truly achieve a good amount of damage, you do need 2 Taser bolts active at once on the same enemy. Well, that's not exactly true. You just need the electric fence active, which means you can actually tether 2 Praetorians and get the same amount of damage. And you don't have to use 2 bolts instead of 4 bolts, and you're achieving damage that is, in my opinion, much greater than hyper propellant. Obviously, it takes much longer, but enemies are basically disabled when they're taking this damage anyway, so I wouldn't be too worried. So yeah, that's the Bolt Shock. And if you still need convincing that this is somehow a good idea for single target damage, well, you'll see. Which is why I'm not a huge fan of doing an industrial sabotage, because It doesn't work against the Caretaker, unfortunately. It's not something I have much control over, but it kind of just doesn't work. I mean, why would it? It's the Caretaker. It just resists everything known to man. I'm still going to attempt to display this though. And Stun Sleep is great for Industrial Sabotage anyway. Perks not hugely important, obviously. I wouldn't say. I'm a big Beastmaster fan on Scout. In fact, this is usually my setup for Scout. Everyone else is obviously Dash and Heightened Senses. Sometimes Beastmaster is Heightened Senses. Yeah, it's neither here nor there. Active is also not that important. I can't really think of what would be ultimately conducive to this build specifically. I guess I should probably be using Vampire over Born Ready, but I found Born Ready to be an okay pick for this actually. And I'd rather be using Fawn. Yeah, I think this is okay. You can mix and match. I would recommend Born Ready for this build. I think there's a reason why it's there. I'm not saying it's the strongest reason in the world, but it's definitely something. Anyway, that's all of it. That's the build. Okay, one more thing. Obviously, every time I want to point out, grappling hook. You want this? Not this. This sucks. Oh shit! What the hell? Anyway, I'm gonna try and get through this first mission quite quickly, because I don't think it's the best mission to show this off. My assignment mission. Come on, guys. I'm just trying to get some shit done. But yeah, I'm not gonna bore you with the details, as it were. What's gone wrong? Oh, it's literally just my controller disconnecting. For no reason. Yeah. Honestly, I heard that the audio went down and I thought there was a meteorite coming.
Bosco, mine it! Light! Boom, baby! It's over here. Wait, player charge. You're my new best friend.
Oh. Sorry about that. Okay, so we got turrets. What's the best approach here? I don't actually know. Because that's not going to kill it. And I know 2 bolts would easily kill it, but that almost seems like a waste. Oh, okay. Actually not doing too bad. Now what we want, though, is 2 side by side. That'd be far more beneficial. Or far more conducive to showing off this build specifically.
Another one bites the dust.
Which is why actually a turret controller wouldn't be a bad thing. I wouldn't mind doing a rival presence actually, because this build is perfectly good against patrol bots and shredders and turrets, especially if they're grouped together. And of course, if we got a nemesis, it's good against that too. Just not the Caretaker. That's the only problem.
Busted a burst turret.
You'll need to disable this force field before you can access the data vault. Find the power stations powering
Maybe we
it
could
and
do
shut
something
them down.
to this guy.
Attack here.
If you're taking much damage at all from that. If I had another Taser bolt.
And thieves off to fuck heaven.
I just killed Steve with the Taser bolts. I did. Jesus.
Flares, recharging. Lights up. Took out a swarmer drone. Go fetch. Born ready. What goes around comes around. Mine it.
The same thing would apply to the sniper turrets, but they go down in one bolt pretty cleanly, I'm pretty sure, so we don't need them to be grouped together. And also, they're far less likely to be grouped together anyway. So I just realised, okay, so I'm not sure if this is the case, I hope not. I don't know how to test this, but I don't want to be game chatting. That's not good. I assume that might be messing with the audio a little bit. I really hope it hasn't been, but if it has, then I apologise, and I'll make that clear. Also, we've got a meteorite. Oh, proper one.
Attention, a local impact is imminent. Clear the marked zone, step on it.
Love meteorites. I found myself just... Obviously, I know it takes a while sometimes, and it has been taking a while, but I'm once again just excited for whatever is next in this game. Like, that just general level of buzz about the game is sort of there for me again, I think. Slightly.
Rock cracking tools are coming your way.
I need to see what's next first, and they seem so slow at planning and sort of making things clear, which is really unfortunate. Right, a shredder. Where is that? Hello, sir. Would be pretty cool if we could ignite spreader puddles.
Got no flares ready. Now.
Well, that's something we can probably all agree upon.
I love this grappling hook. Lighting.
Okay.
And we're cracking. Get ready, the bugs are bound to dislike this.
Next time, try threading some tree houses instead.
Perfect. Nope, not perfect. Absolutely not perfect. Yeah, that Google should die now. Or soon, or at some point.
Clear up whatever's banging on that rock cracker. This is going to take forever if you don't keep all hammers operational. Restart any jam pods ASAP. We're detecting a jam. Restart the affected pods or you'll be down there all day.
Spreader like an overripe tomato.
%, team.
Not again. Damn players could need an upgrade. Think you could kill me? Well, think again.
So, an important breakpoint to note for the aggressive venting is that the reason why it's so much stronger at full heat, at full overheat, is actually because that's the only way it can ignite guards in one go.
Yeah.
All rock crackers are green. Let's keep them that way.
It's overheating.
Just a moment longer. 75%.
That Praetorian should also die in good time. Shit.
That goddamn overheating. Ew. Never felt better.
I wasn't playing particularly well there, to be honest. I haven't used this build in a while. I didn't mention, I was meant to, that
Come here.
I was planning on doing something else. It was really just gut instinct that led me to do this build. I was planning to do something with electric reload, but this is one I've wanted to do for a while. It's probably the scout build I've wanted to do for the longest time. because it's a very pre-established one in my catalogue of builds.
Rubbish. Much better.
No, Molly, no. I honestly, I'm gonna be honest, and even the distance, that needs to change a lot, or Molly just shouldn't come to you without being told. Jesus.
Ow.
Rockpuck's play card secured.
It's a mystery
R&D will be
how all
pleased.
these minerals fit inside.
They better be.
Lighting up.
Hear you loud and clear, team. Hacking pod is coming. Better stand back.
He's shooting. What are you doing? Who I found?
Buzz off, Shredder.
Honestly, it's even slightly overkill. But it's not too
Watch me
bad.
fly.
Not truly a waste if you're getting the job done. Which I think is a philosophy a lot of people use that I tend to not use, actually. Well, I like hyperpropellant so much that it gets the job done, but I'm like, yeah, but it's like... You just don't have enough.
Pick it up,
You
drone.
do have enough, but you don't have enough of other things.
Stay by my side,
Oh, you
Bosco.
idiot.
Hacking pod successfully connected to the power station. Start the hacking drone when
Push
you're
me.
ready. The hacking drone is hacking away. Keep it safe, team.
Don't waste your ammunition. It's overheated.
The hacking drone is under attack. Keep it safe so it can work.
Oh, that's why I take the electricity. I forgot. You do actually inflict it through the aggressive venting. It doesn't seem all that consistent, but it does happen, which is pretty cool.
Hacking drone under attack.
Shredder drone down.
Okay. Convenient.
Get those bastards off the hacking drone. Now, damn it.
Safe. Start hacking again.
Hacking commencing again.
Voltaic stun sweeper. There. Missed it. I missed it. You disgusting bug. This bot is hacked for support. Light is up.
That's it for the first power station. One more, and we can take down the force field.
Let there be light.
Well, that went fairly well, I think. I'm not actually getting many of the actual normal single targets, like the things that you would want to put a taste box on, like Praetorians and
Damn you.
Wardens, and Goo Bombers. We had a Goo Bomber, and Oppressors too. Obviously, big ones are Dreadnoughts. I'm almost definitely going to do elimination. I know it's almost like a joke at this point, at least to me, that I do an elimination in every single one of these. But honestly, elimination's fantastic with this build because we got the biggest, juiciest single targets possible, but also massive ambient swarms. It genuinely feels like elimination has like the biggest ambushes, is what they're called, or pressure waves is the other word. I think. I don't know if those are two different things. Oh. Sorry, Steve. Damn. Okay. Right, I'm not going to use taser bolts on this one. I don't have that many of them.
It's getting into all my nooks and crannies.
Bro, just... Bro! Thank you.
Bosco, come here. This is a friggin' hellhole.
Well done. Secondary objective completed. Stand back.
Right, we can assume that there's sniper turrets in this room. If there are.
Locked and loaded. The resupply is here. Power station located. We're ready to hack it.
Roger that. Sending in another hacking pod.
Help me mine this. Hacking is more legal than stoning. Eh?
Okay, this one I'm probably not going to use taser bolts against. Wait, you can't check this, can you? I'm pretty sure on my armor rig I'm using... I am. That's great. What an interesting
When
decision.
the damn bugs start to feel like family, you know it's time to quit.
Oh, nice.
Patrol bot pacified. We
What
can
are you
hack
doing up there?
Ah. Hack complete. I knew all those hours playing video games would pay off.
Yo! Oh my god, we got a real group of friends to play with.
Maybe I can scrounge some that didn't hit anything. Cliff Warden is history. I gotta watch the overheat. Out of my way! I needed that. Getting more ammo. Transmitter node
Right, I won't
on the
cut any of
way.
this, I'll just be really quick. Should be able to do this with 2 nodes anyway, I'm pretty sure.
Flares ain't ready. One techno rod on the way.
Okay, cool.
That's it. Connection established. Time to activate the hacking.
You might have noticed this is a very beefy scout build. We've got lots of stuff. No, I'm really not running out of anything.
Hacking has commenced. Protect the hacking drone.
Light is up.
Hey,
The drone
Really?
can't
One
hack
exploder.
unless there's bugs beating it up. Do something.
Gotta
Got
restart.
bogeys on the hacking drone.
ASAP.
Hack commencing.
It's over.
The hacking drone is at it again.
not much going on in there.
We need some pest control on the hacking drone.
Boomerang! Shredder destroyed.
Damn it. Damn it! It's bad, don't do that.
Deep Rock really needs to provide my lander equipment.
Alright, I'm not in the business of wasting time today, so Let's get straight to it. I'm not going to need a ridiculous amount of resupplies.
And disable it.
So,
We're almost
how do taser bolts actually come in during the Caretaker fight?
Supply
Well,
pod launched. Better stand
the
by.
simple answer is they kind of don't. Not simple answer, is it?
Supplies are on the
Appendages is the best thing they're for. Also,
About to come down.
patrol bots, and also if it sends out sniper turrets.
Reloading.
A couple different
Pulling a battery.
phases in which we could use them.
Resupply arrived. Go restock.
But in general, we want to unload the rack into the vents, and
The force field is down, but watch it. The
Yeah.
Caretaker is not going to like that. Destroy it before it reduces you to cinders.
hey, bro. Oh right, those patrol bots. I didn't even think about them because I never thought about them not spawning immediately. Well,
Shoot the open vent. Done and sweep. Annoying little buggers.
I thought that would ignite poison.
You
I thought that might happen. I'm pretty sure those two do have like a high chance of being hackable as well.
There.
Probably bullshit, by the way.
Hacking is hard. I'm Hacker Man.
Yeah, this isn't going to be... Honestly, I'm going to skip this a little bit. Yep, I've basically been standing in the same place for the last 3 seconds. Which isn't too abnormal, I suppose.
Heads up. The Caretaker is opening its eye thing. Shoot it. All out of bolts.
Right. I don't want to be called out for lack of trying, so...
Come again.
But watch, it's not going to do anything.
No more
They-
bolts.
Pointless.
Bunk, bunk, stab it in that.
And now I really am in desperate need of a resupply, which is good.
Ready to kill some more crates.
Desperation is a good
By
thing.
Carl, that is a lot of shredders coming out of the Caretaker. Got one of the annoying shredder drones. Focus fire on the Caretaker's glowing bits.
I'm once again going to skip this a little bit.
Focus fire on the Caretaker's eye. Zapparay.
Yeah, those normal bolts aren't actually great at that. Oh dear.
Shredder, shred it, die! Getting supplies! Don't stay in one place too long! The Caretaker is launching face bombs everywhere! Take off! The Caretaker is opening up! Shoot the exposed parts!
Don't mind a bit of phase bombs.
What's this?
I wish there was some kind of phase bomb turret or like mortar thing. Like the turret controller could do it. When it start running out of turrets, that'd be pretty cool. But you should hack it before you kill a certain number of turrets. Because if you kill a certain number of turrets, then it's going to start phase bombing you until you kill all the turrets. That would have been awesome. If it was more of like a lift phage outbreak style warning, where it's actually doubles as a mission.
Shoot the Caretaker's big glowing eye!
I missed both. I did miss both of those. They both hit the Caretaker.
No fetch!
Sorry, my treacherous friend, but you gotta die.
Prepare to shock! No bolts left! The thunder from down under! Rest in pieces, Caretaker! Oh yeah! Grab the data for the nerds back home!
Beautiful.
Wally is on the way!
Alright. That's from sabotage extractions and nothing, so I'll see you back at the rig. Alright. Wow. What a threatening ambush. What an tactful. Gargantuan proportion.
We better hurry!
Oh. Right.
It's overheated! Who's a
Might as well tame a Steve, just leave it behind.
Bam!
Clock departing in T-minus 4 minutes. The mule has docked, initiating launch sequence.
Quiver's empty!
Well, that would do more to me. Okay.
Extraction commence.
Right, found the perfect second mission. It will force me to take heightened senses and is an elimination.
Cleared warm-up. Time
Well,
to
that looks
get
horrible.
team.
So, am I going to make any changes to the build, though? No. The only one I can imagine myself changing is some of these, but even then I've sort of realised why it's actually, you know, the electricity does actually work quite well. I see no reason to change what we got here, to be honest. Yeah. I mean, that's for Sabotage is definitely one of the ones that highlights the weaknesses, because this build really, its only weakness is the Caretaker itself, so I guess that makes sense. I'd love to get a Betsy or a Corlock. Probably not Corruptor. But I'm not going to go through the rigmarole of trying to find one, like I did last time. We got Dreadnoughts, that's good enough. Ooh. I probably won't go in for the bonus round today, unless it's a really nice double warning, which sounds odd, but
Remember, leave no one behind.
it's still something I like to do. It's not pure masochism. I'm not going to do an escort duty with shield disruption and
Destroy both them and their inhabitants by any means necessary.
shield
Plenty
disruption.
of ammo. They can take a punch.
Born ready.
Go, get to work.
Omen would be good too. Omen would be nice, not bad. I forgot about that. It's the other boss.
I'm getting too old for this crap. Help me mine this. Just take your... Eat it! I called for the mule.
Must go.
Shit. Oh, Maga. Oh, right.
Got it right between the eyes.
Hi. No. Damn it. Obviously missing is something we can't do anything about. Like, even if we did have, whatchamacallit, the radio transmitter thing, wouldn't help. Oh, see that? That's the side effect of taser bolts. They still do what they do, so if something walks through them, you're gonna die. So I wouldn't really call it a side effect, actually.
Attack
That might be
him.
a bit insipid.
No more room. Time for the pop.
Ah, a breeder. Now this is an interesting one.
Gone.
I wouldn't necessarily expect it to die from just 2 taser bolts. I'm actually going to give it some help immediately. Right, now it should be okay.
Donkey, come here.
Alright, let's immediately do this. I don't have any... bother. Can't bother to waste time. Normal Glizzy Dreadnought.
It's
Good.
ugly.
Good.
Moscow, what is that?
Okay, we're going to immediately snap on some taser bolts because obviously these don't really do anything to the weak point stage necessarily, or other things get much more benefits. Our normal bolts are what we want for that phase. We want to combine tracking it and taser bolts for the shield. Okay, I have all my shots blocked somehow, like random bullshit. I don't think free taser. I don't think this would do anything, right? Maybe it has done something. I'm not sure. That's something I'm still not quite up to speed on. Is whether or not more and more taser bolts actually adds more and more damage. I don't think it does.
Stop him dead. Not ready. There's the joint. On it.
Nice. Ah, there's the minion, which is the best phase, best given phase of a normal Dreadnought fight to use Boomerang on when he sends out his little swarmers. If you're lucky, you'll get multiple hits in on the Dreadnought itself, which is exactly what we want. But it cleans them up, does a little bit of slow down, a little bit of damage to the Dreadnought, which is nice. Boomerangs are never not useful. So that was a clean as hell Dreadnought fight. That was pretty immaculate, actually.
You shouldn't
I do
use
say so
precious
myself.
minerals. It will get you killed. Bam! I got one of
Right, yes, okay, K-Pitch Cluster.
set. Lining up! I got K-Leech born ready. Attack! Light!
This would have been a better room to fight it in. Definitely would have probably come here if it was like the twins or something.
If If only Deep Rock would invest.
And obviously we know that the next one's going to be something else. Which is an interesting one. Okay, so Hive Guard. Taser bolts are actually good a lot of the time because we use them for.
Time to find Molly.
Honestly, the Sentinels is the best thing to use them on in the Hive Guard fight. You just, you know, net up, web up all three of them, or however many there are, depending on how many play. Swarmer just blocked Taser bolt. Nice. Amazingly awful. Right, let's actually watch this Praetorian.
A friend in need.
What's that?
Bosco buddy.
Okay.
Come here, you flying tin can. And do this in my sleep at this point. Bosco, mine it. Let there be light. Flares up. Go fetch.
Wait, where would we go next? That doesn't really make sense.
Locked and loaded.
I'm not going to waste your time with this. Huh. Huh. What happened?
I was born ready.
Hello? Hi.
Lighting up.
Chasing down a flea, in case you're wondering. Okay. Oh my god.
Rubbish and grit. Don't let him
Okay,
flank
this
you.
Praetorian we're actually not going to Taser bolt. Believe it or not.
Goddamn overheating. The thunder from down under. Go bitch. Flares, not ready yet.
That's right. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's go from spawn.
Lights up. Drone, get to work.
I don't think there's actually... It's a big room. I don't think there's actually anything going on in here. I could put a resupply here because... reasons.
Nitro's been withdrawn and supply pod is inbound.
Weapon ready. Let there be light. Flares are recharging. Resupply pod.
That was good.
Everybody connect ammunition.
It'd be good if I actually killed them. Oh my god.
I gotta watch the overheating. Help me with the minerals here. Ammo taken.
Hey. Oh, stay still. Oh my god, is that... Wow. That was an impressive dedication to not staying still, honestly.
Secondary objective has been achieved. Bonus will be transferred to your accounts on mission completion.
Flares up. Mine it. See you, suckers. Yes.
Whoa.
Reloading. Light.
Well, you think I'm not going to use the exploding plants? How foolish.
Oh my
Is it weird
God.
that, to me, Fungus Bolt and Omen go together? Right, so the lacerator is going to be the one we want to be taser belting most, because obviously the one that's most often not in our line of sight.
Focus fire here. Light is up.
Weapons ready. My grandpa told me they use real mules back in the day, keeping up the tradition. I needed that.
Did it heal?
Support fire, please.
They're charging.
Oh. That's the only thing that the boomerang's really there for on this, is literally just because you can hit them both 4 times each. Which still doesn't result in the same amount of damage really at all, but it's still something to take note of. Feels nice.
These rounds really need to provide some better equipment.
Oh dear. Boiled again. Will this work? No. If I wait once again. Okay.
Prepare to be shot.
Okay, once again. Not going to get any bounces between them.
It's overheated.
Now we've done it. Oh shit.
That was that. Lacerator is taking out.
Activate the transponder on the mule. We'll send in
Alright, we're done, right? I think we're done.
Ollie, over here.
I want to go. Come
Light.
Keep it together. Drop pod is en route.
I'm having the best time in my life right now.
on. Okay, so I think that showed off the strength pretty well, which is elimination. A big strength, genuinely. Any single targets, just disabling them. Good crowd control and crowd clearing. Good, like, quick, like high priority target killing with the normal bolts. I'm not saying it's literally the best at every given thing, but it can do everything. This build can do everything.
In T-minus 5 minutes.
Genuinely. That's why this is a very, very sincere recommendation.
Getting more ammo.
This is not one that I'm uncertain about. It's quite an odd build using taser bolts for single target damage, but by God, is it good.
Max, can't carry
It really feels like that's what they were made for. Or at least it is as far as I'm concerned, the way I use them. My only real use is taser bolts. I kind of use them for trifle volley, but I don't like trifle volley. It's just if I were to use it, I would pair them taser bolts to get the damage boost. It's interesting though. This build did spring out of me trying to use taser bolts as they are for electric fences, for crowd clearing and crowd control. So you know, I went all in, increased duration, have as many special bolts as possible. So take those upgrades and specialists. But that's when I found out it was actually very good for something else.
Come again.
It's always nice when something like that happens, genuinely.
Let's get out of this.
Can't point to enough example, like this example, but
That's one for the books. Retrieving escape pod.
alright, like I said, we're only going to do the bonus round. It's quite a nice double warning because I think I've done a good job showing it off. So, and I'm actually at a good time where
Pod will leave with or
get out of here. I wouldn't mind keeping this under an hour. Looks like we might be able to do it if we don't do the bonus round, so I might not do it anyway. I've also made all the points I think I want to make. If there's anything that's like sort of optional about this build, feel free to play around with it. Just keep certain things intact, like with rack, ammo, manual heat dump, and aggressive venting. For the bolt shark, obviously we want taser bolts. We want as many special bolts as possible. Bolt shark. We want taser bolts. We want a special bolt amount, special bolt duration, and specialist. Grenades up to you, but apart from all of those things, weapon mods are up to you. Perks, pretty much always up to you. I would recommend Born Ready. Grenade also up to you, but I would recommend Stun Sweeper. It's working quite well. So that is all there is to it, really. Let's have a look at what. Oh, right, it's the same one. So no is the answer. No bonus round today, unfortunately. Not unfortunately for me. Also, look, I've got literally no assignments. So the only thing I could do is play a mission as an engineer or gunner, which I might do. Either way, first of all, thanks for watching. If you have watched it all the way to the end, I hope you enjoyed it a lot. I hope you got something out of this. I hope you try to build yourself, and if you do, please let me know how it went. Not that I need to be validated. I'm pretty confident in my stuff. So if you don't have a good time with it, then you're just using it wrong. Either way, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please make sure to do all the things that you're supposed to do. That would be greatly appreciated. If you did subscribe, it'd be awesome. Because to get to 1,000 subscribers, I get to drink this. It's actually inverted there. It says Red Rock. It's a Red Rock drink. It's not actually merchandise. It's just something I found in Devon. Either way, that will be cracked open once we hit that milestone. So please get us there. It'd be much appreciated. All right, that's all for today. I'm very happy to be able to take off now. Anyway, if it's all the same to you, I'll see you all next time. Take care.